सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परम ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सच्चिदानंदरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्च अर्थेष्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवण त्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणाचार्येभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय सुखब्रह्मर्षये सूतमहामुने शौनकादि ऋषिभ्यो अत्र्यादि ऋषिभ्यो प्रह्लादादि भक्तजनेभ्यो आदित्यादि नवग्रहताभ्यो मत्स्यादि अवतारेभ्यो दक्षिणामृदत्तात्रेय ग्रीवादि गुरुभ्यो आदिशंकराचार्यवर्यादि गुरुभ्यो दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वरूपिणी श्रीमात्रे नमो नमः। माता पितृदेवताभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कंधः मुक्तिरित्वा अन्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः। अथ अष्टादशतम एकोनविंश अध्यायौ। ओम श्री भगवानुवाच। चैंट फ्रॉम मंत्र 42। भिक्षोर्धर्मः शमो अहिंसा तपईक्षा वनौकसः गृहिणो भूतरक्षेज्या द्विजस्याचार्य सेवनम् ब्रह्मचर्यं तपः शौचं संतोषो भूतसौहृदं गृहस्थस्यापि ऋतौ गन्तुः सर्वेषां मदुपासनम् इति मां यः स्वधर्मेण भजन्नित्यम् अनन्यभाक् सर्वभूतेषु मद्भावः मद्भक्तिं विन्दते दृढाम् भक्त्योद्धवानपायिन्या सर्वलोकमहेश्वरं सर्वोत्पत्त्यप्ययं ब्रह्म कारणं मोपयाति सः इति स्वधर्मनिर्णिक्त सत्वो निर्ज्ञातमद्गतिः ज्ञानविज्ञानसम्पन्नः न चिरात् समुपैति माम् सर्वाश्रमवतां धर्मः एष आचारलक्षणः स एव मद्भक्तियुक्तः निःश्रेयसकरः परः एतत्ते अभिहितं साधो भवान् पृच्छति यच्च मां यथा स्वधर्मसंयुक्तः भक्तो मां समियात् परम् इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायाम् एकादशस्कन्धे अष्टादशोऽध्यायः। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। अथ एकोनविंशोऽध्यायः। श्री भगवानुवाच। यो विद्याश्रुतसम्पन्नः आत्मवान्नानुमानिकः मायामात्रमिदं ज्ञात्वा ज्ञानं च मयि सन्न्यसेत् ज्ञानिनस्त्वहमेवेष्टः स्वार्थो हेतुश्च सम्मतः स्वर्गश्चैवापवर्गश्च नान्योऽर्थो मत्रुते प्रियः ज्ञानविज्ञानसंसिद्धाः पदं श्रेष्ठं विदुर्मम ज्ञानी प्रियतमो तो मे ज्ञानेनासौ बिभर्ति माम तपस्तीर्थं जपोदानं पवित्राणीतराणि च न अलम कुर्वन्ति तां सिद्धिं या ज्ञानकलया कृता तस्मात् ज्ञानेन सहितं ज्ञात्वा स्वात्मानमुद्धव ज्ञानविज्ञानसम्पन्नः भज मां भक्तिभावितः ज्ञानविज्ञानयुक्तेन यज्ञेन मामिष्ट्वात्मानमात्मनि सर्वयज्ञपतिं मां वै संसिद्धिं मुनयो अगमन् त्वय्युद्धवाश्रयति यस्त्रिविधो विकारः मायान्तरापतदिनाद्यपवर्गयोर्यत जन्मादयोऽस्य यदमीतव तस्य किं स्युः आद्यन्तयोर्यदसतोऽस्ति तदेव मध्ये उद्धव उवाच ज्ञानं विशुद्धं विपुलं यथैतत् वैराग्यविज्ञानयुतं पुराणम् आख्याहि विश्वेश्वर विश्वमूर्ते त्वद्भक्तियोगं च महत् विमृग्यं तावत्त्रयेणाभिहतस्य घोरे सन्तप्यमानस्य भवाध्वनिशा पश्यामि नान्यत् शरणं तवाङ्घ्रि द्वन्द्वातपत्रात् अमृताभिवर्षात् दृष्टं जनं सम्पतितं विलेऽस्मिन् कालाहिना क्षुद्रसुखोरुतर्षं समुद्धरैनं कृपयापवर्ग्यैः वचोभिरासिञ्च महानुभाव श्रीभगवानुवाच इत्थमेतत्पुरा राजा भीष्मं धर्मभृतां वरम् अजातशत्रुः पप्रच्छ सर्वेषां नोऽनुशृण्वताम् निवृत्ते भारते युद्धे सुहृन्निधनविह्वलः श्रुत्वा धर्मान् बहून् पश्चात् मोक्षधर्मान् अपृच्छत तानहं तेऽभिधास्यामि देवव्रतमुखात् श्रुतान् ज्ञानवैराग्यविज्ञान श्रद्धा भक्त्युपबृंहितान् नवैकादश पञ्चत्रीन् भावान् भूतेषु येन वै ईक्षेताथैकमप्येषु तज्ज्ञानं मम निश्चितम् एतदेव हि विज्ञानम् न तथैकेन येन यत् स्थित्युत्पत्त्यप्यान् पश्येत भावानां त्रिगुणात्मनाम् आदावन्ते च मध्ये च सृज्यात् सृज्यं यदन्वियात् पुनस्तत्प्रतिसङ्क्रामे यच्छिष्येत तदेव सत् श्रुतिः प्रत्यक्षमैतिह्यम् अनुमानं चतुष्टयम् प्रमाणेष्वनवस्थानात् विकल्पात् स विरज्यते कर्मणां परिणामित्वात् आविरिञ्चादमङ्गलम् विपश्चिन्नश्वरं पश्येत अदृष्टमपि दृष्टवत् भक्तियोगः पुरैवोक्तः प्रीयमाणाय ते नघः पुनश्च कथयिष्यामि मद्भक्तेः कारणं परम् श्रद्धामृतकथायां मे शश्वन्मदनुकीर्तनं परिनिष्ठा च पूजायां स्तुतिभिः स्तवनं मम आदरः परिचर्यायां सर्वाङ्गैरभिवन्दनं मद्भक्तपूजाभ्यधिका सर्वभूतेषु मन्मतिः मदर्थेष्वङ्गचेष्टा च वचसा मद्गुणेरणम् मयि अर्पणं च मनसः सर्वकामविवर्जनं मदर्थेऽर्थपरित्यागः भोगस्य च सुखस्य च इष्टं दत्तं हुतं जप्तं मदर्थं यत् व्रतं तवः एवं धर्मैर्मनुष्याणाम् उद्धवात्मनिवेदिनां मयि सञ्जायते भक्तिः कोऽन्योऽर्थोऽस्यावशिष्यते यदात्मन्यर्पितं चित्तं शान्तं सत्त्वोपबृंहितं धर्मं ज्ञानं सवैराग्यम् ऐश्वर्यं चाभिपद्यते यदर्पितं तद्विकल्पे इन्द्रियैः परिधावते रजस्वरं चासन्निष्ठं चित्तं विद्धि विपर्ययम् धर्मो मद्भक्तिकृत् प्रोक्तः ज्ञानं चैकात्म्यदर्शनं गुणेष्वसङ्गो वैराग्यम् ऐश्वर्यं चाणिमादयः उद्धव उवाच यमः कतिविधः प्रोक्तः नियमो वारिकर्षण कः शमः को दमः कृष्ण का तितिक्षा धृतिप्रभो किं दानं किं तपः शौर्यं किं सत्यम् अरुतमुच्यते कस्त्यागः किं धनं चेष्टं को यज्ञः का च दक्षिणा पुंसः किं सिद्बलं श्रीमन् भगो लाभश्च केशव का विद्या ह्रीः परा का श्रीः किं सुखं दुःखमेव च कः पण्डितः कश्च मूर्खः कः पन्था उत्पथश्च कः स्वर्गो नरकः कस्वित् को बन्धुरुत किं गृहं क आढ्यः को दरिद्रो वा कृपणः कः क ईश्वरः एतान् प्रश्नान् मम ब्रूहि विपरीतांश्च सत्पते श्रीभगवानुवाच अहिंसा सत्यमस्तेयम् असङ्गो ह्रीरसंचयः आस्तिक्यं ब्रह्मचर्यं च मौनं स्थैर्यं क्षमा भयं शौचं जपस्तपो होमः श्रद्धातिथ्यं मदर्चनं तीर्थाटनं परार्थेह तुष्टिराचार्यसेवनम् एते यमाः सनियमाः उभयोर्द्वादश स्मृताः पुंसामुपासितास्ताथ यथा कामं दुहन्ति शमो मन्निष्ठता बुद्धेः दम इन्द्रियसंयमः तितिक्षा दुःखसम्मर्षः जिहोपस्थजयोद्धृतिः दण्डन्यासः परं दानं कामत्यागस्तपः स्मृतं स्वभावविजयः शौर्यं सत्यं च समदर्शनं ऋतं च सूनृता वाणी कविभिः परिकीर्तिता कर्मस्वसङ्गमः शौचं त्यागः सन्न्यास उच्यते धर्म इष्टं धनं नॄणां यज्ञोऽहं भगवत्तमः दक्षिणाज्ञानसन्देशः प्राणायामः परं बलं भगोम ईश्वरो भावः लाभो मद्भक्तिरुत्तमः विद्यात्मनि विधाभादः जुगुप्सा ह्रीरकर्मसो श्रीर्गुणानैरपेक्ष्याद्याः सुखं दुःखसुखात्ययः दुःखं कामसुखापेक्षा पंडितो बन्धमोक्षवितो मूर्खो देहाद्यहं बुद्धिः पन्थामन्निगमः स्मृतः उत्पथश्चित्तविक्षेपः स्वर्गः सत्त्वगुणोदयः नरकस्तम उन्नाहः बन्धुर्गुरुरहं सखे गृहं शरीरं मानुष्यं गुणाढ्यो हि आढ्य उच्यते दरिद्रो यस्त्वसन्तुष्टः कृपणो योजितेन्द्रियः गुणेष्वसक्तधीरीशः गुणसङ्गो विपर्ययः एत उद्धवते प्रश्नाः सर्वे साधु निरूपिताः किं वर्णितेन बहुना लक्षणं गुणदोषयोः गुणदोषदृशिर्दोषः गुणस्तु भयवर्जितः इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायाम् एकादशस्कन्धे एकोनविंशोऽध्यायः। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। ओम श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम, श्री भागवत शरणं मम, श्री सद्गुरु शरणं मम, श्री सूत शरणं मम, श्री सुखदेव शरणं मम, श्री व्यास शरणं मम, श्री नारद शरणं मम, श्री कुमार शरणं मम, श्री ब्रह्मा शरणं मम, श्री विष्णु शरणं मम, श्री परब्रह्म शरणं मम, श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम, शरणं मम, शरणं मम। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। ओम मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। ओम श्रीमद्भागवतं पुराणतिलकं यद्वैष्णवानान्धरं यस्मिन् पारमहंसमेव ममलं ज्ञानं परं गीयते यत्र ज्ञानविरागभक्तिसहितः नैष्कर्म्यमाविष्कृतं तत् शृण्वन् प्रपठन् विचारणवरः भक्त्या विमुच्येन्नरः। ओं नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओं श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कन्धः मुक्तिरित्वान्यतारूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः अथाष्टादश एकोनविंशतितमोऽध्यायः। ओं श्री भगवानुवाच। हरि ओम। Salutations to the God and also to the Guru. Now in all these shastras, all the jnanam for us to live a noble life, a fruitful life are given. Those were the days of the past where people had minimum of disturbance of their mind for any reason. Therefore, when the teacher used to teach them in one go, they used to not only listen and understand, but also they used to know the importance of it, and also they used to retain, remember, and they used to stick to those instructions. In modern day, our mind is so much distracted with so many things. So in that also all non-positive things, because of which mind lost its subtlety of understanding, capacity to remember and retain also. That is why the books have come. So that is why regularly studying the books or listening to the Shastra is a compulsory. More important is what? With these sadhanas which are so exhaustively widely spread for our sake by the Lord, we have to remember them. How to remember, write your notes, etc. But main points at least we must always have in our heart. So these are the Varna Dharma, these are the Ashrama Dharma. I belong to this Varna, I am in this Ashrama. These are my duties right now. If that much exercise, if we don't do and remember them, then what's the use of all the study? Just by mere listening, transformation will not happen. Only when those values, those sadhana, those prescriptions are imbibed by us, that we'll be able to do them and we get the benefit out of it. Not otherwise. So that genuineness, that sincerity in our own interest we must have. As I said, so much of memory of all those things not there, and every of sadhana we may not be able to do. Yet two, three of them let us remember, and to the extent whatever possible, let us do. It's always something is better than doing nothing. That is why the Lord toward the end gave in one shloka only the summary of all the, especially the ashrama dharma. For you and me who cannot remember the entire things. These two, three things done sincerely include all other sadhanas of those particular ashrama. Therefore, he said, first one is what? Just go through Bhikshor Dharmaha Shamaha Ahimsa. So Shama includes the Niyantrana control of one's own all layers of personality. Shama includes Deha also is maintained in a Sattvika energetic level, not heavy eating entering into Tamoguna, not doing anything and into laziness. No. Shama also includes the Indriyas are fully controlled. Shama also includes the Mana is Niyantrita. Shama also includes the intellect is always kept sharp. Shama also includes I am always a devotee surrendered. So Shama includes all my behavior with myself in short. For a sannyasi or bhikshu. Second thing told here is on ahimsa. Ahimsa includes all the disciplined way of living by this bhikshu or sannyasi toward the other beings of this world. Ahimsa means forgiveness. Ahimsa means non-violence. Ahimsa means non-troubling others. No revenge, no jealousy, no finding fault, no crookedness. All of that include in that one thought called as ahimsa. So within himself he is in shama, full regulation. With others he is in ahimsa. Ahimsa includes the love, the kindness, the compassion, all the positive gunas. So that's how one word is given, but around that, what are the other things we can add to and then do this sadhana. So bhikshu dharma shamo ahimsa. Okay, two is told, two are told in that all sadhanas have come. So too, what about the bhikshu के बाद विवान प्रस्थ का तप ईक्षा वनौकसः. So the Vanaukasaha, Tapaha and Iksha. These are the two sadhanas for him. Same like the Bhikshu for the Vanaprasthi. Also Tapaha are the sadhanas with he has to do with himself. Living in limited things. Even though they are not available, still living in that contentment with whatever is available. And also going through all the arts to master our own faculties. So it's already told in the Vanaprastha Ashrama Dharma how he has to do the Panchagni Tapasya in summer, in the rainy season, Varshasu, in that rain, and in the winters up to the neck level, he should be in the water and do his japa. These are then Shiloncha Vritti. These are the ones which are told to that Vanaprasthi. So Tapasya it is. Tapa is going through all difficulties so that the demands of our own Indriya Mana are also controlled. Almost like that only. That is Shama, it is the achievement. Tapaha is a sadhana. So too, there it was said Ahimsa. Why Ahimsa for a sannyasi? Because already he has seen himself everywhere. And he will not harm himself, no? I don't harm myself. I am seeing everybody as myself. Therefore, how will I harm others? Therefore, Ahimsa is natural for him. Toward that sadhana only, toward that state only, the sadhana indicated for the Vanaprasthi. That is what? Iksha. What is Iksha? Visualizing his own Ishtadaivata or Paramatma everywhere. And that happens only when you study Shastra. Therefore, Vanaprasthi is given the Shastra Adhyanam by which through stories and through logics, he will be trying to see Paramatma only everywhere. That's what is Iksha. Obviously, when tapasya is said, Dhendra Manovidya Niyantritam, Iksha is said, as we saw in Ahimsa of the sannyasi, in the Iksha sadhana of Evana Prasthi also, when you see the Lord, we love everyone, we respect everyone, we value everyone. You know that All of those things will be followed in that Iksha Shabda. So Iksha is the Drishti of Bhagavan everywhere. Tapa is again Niyantrana. These are two sadhanas for the Vanaprasthi that are indicated as shortcut way. When you do them, then when you ask for more, then refer back to the earlier chapter, and all of them are widespread in them. In fact, in this very chapter, you remember and do them. Okay, now what about Grahastha? Kaha idhar Gruhinaha Bhutaraksha Ijya. For the Grahastha, the Bhutarakshana and Ijya are these two yajnas. Here, Bhutarakshana includes his attitude toward the people. The Grihastha should not covet so much because of his, any of the works of Vyapara, etc., that the people are troubled. On the other hand, when they are in variety of troubles, difficulties, this Grihastha should help them. Grihastha is working, earning sufficiently, therefore he should do Bhuta Raksha. I mean, when people are hungry, he gives the food. When they are lacking their clothing, he will give them. When there is some pain, he'll some sponsor some medication. All these called a Bhuta Raksha. The Grihastha should do that. Whoever comes to him, he should take care of them. If he has got excessive good quantity of money or all that, he should see that the people's Rakshana safety is taken care. So in that, the construction of hospitals, construction of the orphanages, all this comes as a Bhuta Raksha. So his service towards the world is told in this form of Bhuta Rakshana for the Grihastha. Then what are sadhanas told for himself? Then Ijja means doing yajna. So the Grihastha daily should do the two yajnas. One yajna of his own duty, job, naukari, employment, whatever. Second is his own daily ahuti swahakara to the Paramatma. Both yajna and upasana. Upasana was Pauranika Kala. Yajnas are of the Vaidika Kala. So daily Nityagnihotra will be there for this Grihastha. So through this Nityagnihotra, he is maintaining his faculties, divinized, and with the grace of that Lord who is invoked through Yajnayaga, he will get his all employments, positions, etc. properly in the society, by which he will have sufficient wealth for himself and also to do the Bhuta Raksha. This is how for the Grihastha, the dharmas are added. Bhuta Raksha includes the protection of his own family member, wife or children or brother, sister, parents, all of them come in the Bhuta Raksha. In the Bhuta Raksha, even protecting the animals, the trees, plants, all of them are beings only, living, no? उन सब का रक्षा गृहस्थ का धर्म है, उसमें आ जाता है. Ijja is yajna, upasana, all that, and also duty. Yajna also include, he should organize such yajna in which entire society is benefited. Is it not? Or he should organize yajna in his own house and invite everyone, give that prasadam to all. So that they at least get that blessings, punya, of the blessing, grace of this Lord through that prasadam. In this way, Tapa Iksha is told for Vanaprasthi, Bhuta Raksha, Ijja is told for Grihastha. Then for the sannyasi told is Shamaha and Ahimsa. And for the Brahmachari, only one sadhana is told, Dijasya Acharya Sevanam. And it includes everything. When you have dedicated to your service to the teacher, teacher will make you serve the society if it is required, serve the ashram if it is required, serve the atithis when they come if it is required. So all those sevas are Acharya Sevana. Because Acharya sees that these are all done by the Brahmachari. Then also the Acharya Sevana includes in the ashrama, the temple, etc. taking care. It also includes going for Bhiksha and getting for the Acharya. And most importantly, the purpose for which the Brahmachari go on to the ashrama, to learn first the language, Sanskrit, etc., grammar, etc., then to learn the initial pujas, upasanas, then to learn the higher sadhanas of tapasya, ityadi, then enter into the study of Vedanta. All of them are told by Acharya. When they are done, Acharya is happy, therefore they all become Acharya Sevanam. That is what? In that everything. In fact, in the Acharya Sevanam only, the study, the dhyanam, etc. come by which that Vidyarthi can, by the grace of Acharya and his teaching, he can even discover the truth. Even after understanding the truth and sitting on seat of meditation and gaining some heights also, if the prarabdha pulls, he may enter into grihastha vanaprastha ashramas. Directly he may enter into sannyas also. Every possibility is there in this world. So, on the whole, this is how recognizing our position in our life and our position in the world. Our position in our life is ashramas, our position in the world is the varnas. We have to understand our dharma, we have to do. That is the only purpose for which we are sent here, which fulfills our life here in the world, external, which fulfills our life internal, and this life completely is useful for our own spiritual growth. Because in the process of all this, all negativities go away, all the positivities come. While doing this varnashrama dharma, how our attitude should be, those are told in the next two shlokas, which are equally important. Bhagavan says them. What are they? Iti. Iti means in this way. Mam, to me. Yaha, whoever he may be. Swadharmena, by practicing his own dharmas of varna and ashrama. Bhajat, bhajan, doing my seva in this way. Nityam, all the time. Ananya bhaka, without keeping anything else as the distracting ideas or the goals. Then sarva bhuteshu madbhavaha, who has got the vision of me only in everyone, mad bhaktim vindate drudham. Slowly, slowly, in his heart, the devotion for me gets first, what I say, a sown seed and then becomes like a gigantic tree with the strongest of the roots. So this shloka is very, very crucial. जिस वर्ड भगवान गीता में लास्ट में कहते हैं स्वे स्वे कर्मण्य विरतः संसिद्धिम लभते नरः स्वकर्म निरत सिद्धिम यथा विन्दति तच्छृणु. Gita was taught in Kurukshetra, which is much before this particular portion of Bhagavad. This portion Bhagwan 7-8 days before he left this world gave it to Uddhava. And that Gita जो है वो कुरुक्षेत्र युद्ध में भगवान ने सिखाया अर्जुन को. फर्क है इसमें बहुत टाइम का. So this is later, that is before. So they said, by involving in your own karmas, you can serve me. Sve sve karmanya viratah mad bhaktim labate narah swakarma nirata siddhim yatha vindati tasrunu. What a beautiful sequence of those 5 shlokas Bhagavan says. Swakarma yatha vindati. He says, Swakarmana tamabhyarcha siddhim vindati manavaha. By your own karma, you do the archana of the Lord, then you get the siddhi step by step. First antakarana shuddhi, then bhakti, then jnanam, then the moksha. Then he gives up the 4 of the varnas there, and that all lakshanas he says. Shamodamasta pashaucham kshantirāvarchamevacha jnanam vijnanam astikyam brahmakarma svāja. Then there paricharyatma karma shuddhi. In this way, I have been told, by doing them is your real puja to me. So, what is worship of Lord? Doing our own duty according to Varna Ashrama. That is worship. That is what we are sent here. That type of attitude we have to develop in ourselves. That maturity we have to gain as early as possible. Who we are, where we are, what are our lakshanas, therefore to what varna and ashrama we belong, accordingly what are my duties. Having known this, while performing them, offering them to the Lord is called as fulfillment of life. Now here, one word and one sentence is very essential. Just we'll see for 2-3 minutes. First of all, iti means in this way. This is what you have to live life like that. What is that like? Swadharmena. These are your dharmas according to Varna and Ashrama. That is what you have to do. In Gita, again, 3rd chapter, Bhagavan says, even your swadharma, though looks to be little lesser valuer than the paradharma, still you should not do the paradharma, you should do your own swadharma. Same thing in this very chapter in the beginning said, कि ब्राह्मण क्षत्रिय वैश्य शूद्र अपने धर्म फॉलो करना है, except in the emergency, the brahmana should not come to the lower. Kshatriya should not come to the lower. Vaishya should not come to the lower. It was told. Nashvritya kadanchana, Nashvritya kadanchana, if you remember. Only in the emergency, but otherwise, this is what you have to. Why this is so? Though we have not touched that topic, it takes a lot of time. Because in that society, all the time, by Lord's grace, all the 4 types of people are required, therefore they are sent. Therefore, everyone in their own varna, when they perform properly, it integrates the world. It provides the world what is required at any period of time, given period. And every period of this history requires all these four varnas. Brahmanas are required, think tank. The visionaries, those who pursue or those who visualize and put in front of us the goals. नहीं है तो क्या होगा फिर? If the higher goals are not chalked out, we will not be inspired to work towards it. Kshatriyas are always required, the administrators who will just rule everybody in the proper guidance or direction as given by the Brahmana for the goal. Vaishyas are required to supply all the material, the consumable material, the other material of service or whatever it may be. कौन बनाएगा उसको, कौन सप्लाई करेगा, ये वैश्य का काम है. Now, without the laborers or the hands and legs, neither of these three people, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, can do their own visions. Therefore, they are also required. The labor class, the trading class, the ruling class, and the visionaries. Every society, every time requires. When all of them do their work independently, in an integration with others, the whole society prospers. For that sake only the Varna Vyavastha, not to compare and say one is higher, one is lower. And that is where time and again, whenever the Brahmana Kshatriya think they are higher, to prove that you are not higher, the Vaishya and Shudra do that, the bycards, do the some dharna, so that कुछ ना कुछ करके वो लोग उनको तंग करते हैं. जब उनको अकल आता है ठिकाने पे. Every time we will see, that's how all the revolutions come, when somebody thinks somebody special. Our speciality is only in performing the duty given. More than that, in no other way we should claim speciality. If the claiming is there, then everybody is special. Because as much the Shudra cannot do the Brahmana work, so too the Brahmana cannot do Shudra work. As much Shudra cannot survive without Brahmana's grace and all, Brahmana cannot survive with the service of the Shudra. है बात समझ में? This is how proper education should be given, and the means to discover to what varna we should belong should be trained in. Our dharma should be told, then we should continue. And it is not permanent. In a lifetime, by birth, anyway, varnashrama was there those days, varnas. But nowadays, as one matures, one can be given the higher job. If higher born but living a lower life, he can be given the lower one. ये सब management उनको करना पड़ता है. The government, the people who are the visionaries, who are the decision makers, they should be able to visualize and plan and give due works to the people. On the name of resurrection, etc., what generally happens is those who are not that much matured are given the positions of taking decision and conceiving. They cannot do, they are tamoguni, therefore the whole society collapses. Always the system, as I told earlier also, for giving education you provide all reservation, not for employment. Because the entire country's progress will be in the problem and trouble. And it becomes a trend, and once you introduce such things, you cannot end them. If you try to end them, there will be always problem. The oppositions will come and all. And in a country like ours, which has not only 130 crore people, but so many different differences for various reasons, oh, baap re baap, bahut tang ho jata hai. Okay. Now, I explained the word iti swadharmena. Now, while performing this swadharma, why they have to be performed and whom to be offered them? Mam yaha bhajan. The one who does my bhajana, my service. So, the expression of bhakti and service to the Lord is, please remember, performing our own dharmas. ब्राह्मण क्षत्रिय वैश्य शूद्र ब्रह्मचारी गृहस्थ वानप्रस्थ संन्यास, ये धर्म पालन ही भगवान के लिए हमारे तरफ से सेवा. That's how the work is worship. That is what Lord himself is mentioning. He will not agree that we do paradharma and we tell this is my offering to you. He says, no, I have not told that to you. Your varna is this, ashrama is this, these are your duties. I told you perform them, then you offer to me, then it becomes my seva, bhakti to me. Not knowing that we do whatever we like and we offer it to the Lord. Why will he take? Is it not? It's like, olden marriage days. For a new couple, these are the things required. Therefore, all other guests and relatives used to plan. यार ये शादी कर रहे, they'll have to बसना है अपने घर बना के, तो उनके लिए क्या क्या चाहिए. So the almira chahiye, who can give more money? The parents will give almira. Then other things, kitchen, who will give? The brother or sisters give. So everybody used to plan out and set all things required for those couple. Later on, what happened off later? One thing is what these themselves, the newly going to be couple, have all the things for themselves. Gift, they are well sufficient, and they have their own choices also. And the people who are giving gifts, they are also not giving proper. Therefore, the problem has come. What is that? They don't want the gifts from the people. You come, just bless us, take the food given by us. You don't need to give your gifts to me. Means what? They refuse to take the gifts. Why? They are not useful to us. In the same way, Lord will refuse to take our offerings if they are not good for Him, or if they are not as needed by Him or as told by Him. He wants only one thing: your Swadharma is your offering to me. I will happily receive it. Stick to this point very strongly as early as possible. Timings may change, whatever the Kali Yuga happen, whatever. But this rule will not change. Lord will be pleased only by our Swadharma. Guru is pleased only by our Swadharma. Shastras are pleased by our own Swadharma. And society also happy when we follow our Swadharma. Our own personal growth also happens only when we follow our Swadharma. देखो, in Rama avatar, entire avatar is for Swadharma. In Krishna avatar, the entire Bhagavad Gita Jnanam Bhagavatam he gave only to teach Swadharma. कृष्णा अवतार में सिखाया पढ़ा के, और राम अवतार में दिखाया जी के. स्वधर्म ही है वो. So iti mam yah swadharmena bhajan. Understood? We have to do the bhajana of the Lord, not because of with bhajana or kirtana, upasana. They're all later on. Mainly swadharma abhyas, swadharma practice. And while doing so, the kartrutva, karma phala, everything Krishna arpana, Krishna arpana. And Lord shows, whatever you offer to me, I take the impurity away from that and give it back to you only as prasadam. The Lord will not take whatever you give and make you bankrupt. No. He will give back to you, purifying it. Therefore, offering to the Lord is always in our own benefit. And in every offering to the Lord, the offering is of aham and mama. Aham karta, mama karma phala. You offer it. Tvam karta, tvam bhokta. No, you should bhoktaram yajnapatasam Bhagavan says. Kartahamasmi, bhoktahamasmi, not we. Offering them is called as real offering. So itimamya swadharmena bhajan. Now, can I do it once in a lifetime, a day, once in a year, a day? No, my dear, nityam. All the time nityam means. Every day of the whole life, you have to be doing only our swadharma and offering it to the Lord. Do swadharma, offer it to Lord. Do swadharma, offer it to the Lord. And while doing so, ananya bhak. Ananya bhak means what? Three things. I myself, an individual, should not be there. My own project should not be there. And there should not be anybody other than the Lord to whom I offer anything. ये अनन्यता है. और किसी के भी लिए नहीं देना, भगवान को दिए बिना नहीं देना, मैं नामक अपना स्वार्थ को नहीं रखना. This is called ananyata. In our mind, there should not be highest position given to two people. That's called ananya. Only one, it is God. All others lesser than God, or you see God in them, but offer it to God only, not to them. Ananyata आना चाहिए. Ananyata is single pointed devotion to the Lord. Ananya means not sharing the result to anyone. First Lord ko de do. Ananya means what? You don't do the surrender or devotion partially. Totally Bhagwan se ek ho jao. Ananyata. This ananyata is a word. Everywhere it is there. Like the parents toward the children. Ananyata, that they are my own children. Children also toward the parents, they are my parents. How can the children have other parents? How can the parents have other children? Their children only their children, no? First and foremost. That is ananyata. Like a boss and subordinates also. Ananya, he is my boss. Another cannot be my boss. And they are my employees, they are working for me. Therefore, they are my own ananyata. Is it not? My desh. It's my country, ananya. My dharma, it is ananya. How can I worry for other dharma, anya? Leaving my dharma and going for others is cheating. It's wrong. Some fool may come and tell us, try to convert. But how can you be fool if tries to fool? How foolish we are to be cheated by those foolish, corrupt, and selfish fellows, whoever they may be. Speak truth and live. By any wrong means, if you try to convert, you are stupid fool. Whoever you are, it is correct. We don't do that. We only speak truth. If you like, join. If you don't, go. And whoever studies Shastras, Vedanta, they can never leave Hinduism. Even others, those who study, they come to our own Hinduism because it speaks truth unbiased. I am telling Ananya word explanation. Iti mam yaha swadharmena bhajan nityam ananya bhak. Every word is important here. Ananya bhak. In Ananyata, there are other things. The doubts, the suspicions, the confusion, they should not be there. Full faith. I am given this life, I am given this world, I am given these abilities, I am given these opportunities by Him. And I know convincingly that all these I must to do whatever I have to do, and these I have to offer to Him and Him only, and I am doing that. While doing so, nowhere I have any inner malice or the doubt or confusion or anything. So Shraddha Bharpur Rehna. Nissamshaya Shraddha. Samshaya Rahita Shraddha. That is the meaning of Ananyata. Never ever throughout the life. It is fixed like we do. Every day, morning, evening, we do class and we offer it to the Rishi Parampara, to the Shruti Mata, to our own Guru Parampara, Gurudev, and our Ishtadeva, Bhagavan Parabrahma. Every day, don't you see toward the end? Eta Sarvam Parabrahma Arpanamastu. We do it. Ananya Bhag, we don't doubt in Yamko. While doing this, slowly the parivakata is coming, the purity is coming, the understanding becomes atla, the convictions are going, the practices are starting. We are enjoying that life. We are feeling fulfillment in life. See, all the past, whatever nonsense done, that is being overpowered now. We are feeling the self-confidence. So many things are happening. Ananya Bhag. And this is how we have enjoyed. Now we are only to get rooted in that. It's a question of time. And we are not going to get digressed from here by our choice. Unlike the prarabdha. And prarabdha is not so bad now. All the bad prarabdha is over. By the time you enter into Shastra and Sadguru and your Adhyatmakata, dushta prarabdha kam hota hai. वो कमजोर होते रहता है. Unless insistingly we do. Like unless we do a terrible papa, we will not go back from the human life to the animal and those lives. Only few are given those lives who are bhayankara like Pashu and Rakshas. All of us will come back only as human beings, but with less priorities, less abilities, or less blessings, or less opportunities, less facilities, depending on our less punya, more power. But we'll come back to human only. Because इतना अमीबा से यहाँ तक आने के बाद फिर से वापस जाना नहीं होता. Bhagavan will not agree. He will promote us only. He will provide those facilities. He will send such gurus, such parents, such neighbors, such friends that we are kept on tikana. इन किसी की बात नहीं सुनेंगे तो ऐसे गवर्नमेंट या पुलिस को भेजेंगे जो अंदर करके पाठ सिखाएंगे ताकि तुम मनुष्य की तरह जीवो कम से कम कि you will be deserving again human life. That's what evolution. In the same way, once we have come here, it's only getting rooted. We are getting rooted. The point is Ananya Bhav. Chant this line again. Iti mam yaha swadharmena भजन नित्यम अनन्य भाव को. अनन्य भाव से नित्य वो मेरा इस तरह से भजन करते हैं अपने स्वधर्म के प्रैक्टिस से. श्रेयाम स्वधर्मो विगुणः परधर्मासु अनुष्ठितात् स्वधर्मे निधनम श्रेयः परधर्मो भयावहः. This is the end of the karma yoga in the third chapter. Then Arjuna asks question. Kena prayuktoyam papamacharya purushada ityadi. So the perfect line this is. Second line says, Sarva bhuteshu madbhava. The next step. That in all the beings, try saying me. And you need not study too many Vedanta Shastras for that. You may require them to substantiate your understanding. But simple feeling, Lord, everybody, nobody can be without Lord. Lord alone is permeating everywhere. If this much you believe, Bhagavan Sarva Vyapak hai, एक बात समझ जाओगे आप. Consequently, if he is Sarva Vyapaka, he must be in every being. Therefore, idimam Sarva, Sarva Bhuteshu Madbhavaha. This is the most difficult sadhana at our ego level, our own selfish level. But most useful and important sadhana to grow in spirituality. What is that? Sarva bhuteshu madbhavaha. Then only seeing the people with differentiation and differentiating them and creating likes and dislikes and making them enemy and friends and entering to that samsara can be avoided. चाहे बंदा कोई भी हो, मुझे ना लेना देना है, उसमें भगवान है मेरे लिए. But he's a criminal. The criminal jiva is different. He is a tyranny to the world. World will punish him. But for me, heart in heart, he is alive. Life is given the Lord. His heart is throbbing. It cannot function without the Lord. In him, all the systems are working. It is because of the Lord. He is talking, walking, speaking. This cannot happen without the Lord. Therefore, for me, he is a counter of the Lord only. I will see the Lord through him. It is my decision. You need not tell it outside and tell the judge कि इसमें मैं भगवान को देख रहा हूँ, आप भी देखो, इसने 20 मर्डर कर दी, फिर भी आप छोड़ दो. This recommendation is wrong. Outside what punishment they have to give, they give. But heart in heart we will know Sarva Bhuteshu Madbhava. In the Sarva Bhuteshu, earlier those who were appearing like friends or relatives or the enemies or the people newcomers who come in our life or all the people towards whom we are neutral, जो भी हो सब में भगवान. Sarva Bhuteshu Madbhava. Now, for making this practice stronger, we have to have strong conviction. For that sake only, the Vedanta comes to us. What Vedanta ultimately says is, every upadhi is Bhagavan's Shakti only. Through the upadhi, who is working is Bhagavan only. Therefore, every upadhi is Devalaya and every jiva is Devaha. Deho Devalaya Proktaha, Jivo Deva Sanatanaha. Every Deha is Devalaya, in that the jiva himself is Sanatana Devaha. This is the first sankalpa we do when you do the puja. Om Deho Devale Prokto Jivo Deva Sanatana Teje Dagnan Nirmalyam Soham Bhavena Puja Yedu. The real puja is Saha Aham Bhavena. The jiva in every deha is Paramatma, and that Paramatma is me. And that Paramatma I have reverence, respect that I am expressing through this upasana, in which I am invoking the Jiva Deva, Atma Deva into that Vigraham and doing puja in the name of Krishna or Rama. Rama Nama, Krishna Nama are because my Ishta. Whereas Rama or Krishna is the Atma Deva only, that who is there in everywhere. Devo Devalaya Proktaha, Jivo Deva Sanatanaha, Deho Devalaya Proktaha, Jivo Deva Sanatanaha. Remember this mantra. Practice it inside you. In the practice of which the people are other than God, they are good or bad, therefore I must love or hate them. This kachra should go away, which was cause for samsara. See, these are the instructions. When we fully, thoroughly follow, all the impurities go away, all the right understandings, visions come. Then our intellect gets opened for everything called a purpose and goal of life, and means there will be no problem at all. We can see our sadhana happening. We can see we are evolving. We can accordingly see the clutches of bondages going away, the miseries going away, the tensions, worries, anxieties, सब चले जाएंगे. You can find that prashanti. You can find that ananda inside. You can find that bliss inside. So Sarva Bhuteshu Madbhavaha. Okay, next one, Mad Bhaktim. Such a person slowly Mad Bhaktim Vindate Drudham. This is how he slowly develops devotion and strong devotion in me. Which was the question asked by Uddhava. Uddhava asked, your bhakti gives moksha, but how to develop your bhakti while doing varnashrava dharma? Having done, in which way bhakti develops, not that it becomes obstruction to bhakti. कैसे धर्म निर्वाण करते हुए भक्ति को बढ़ाना? That was the question. So this is what. So the four things. Three are sadhanas, fourth is the result. What are the three sadhanas? First one is knowing and performing our own swadharma. Second, offering all of them to the Lord. Third, in and through all beings seeing the Lord. These are the three sadhanas. When we do that, what should be consequence in the Lord? The seed of bhakti slowly our starts happening. Slowly it becomes grown also, strong also. That's why Drudha Mad Bhakti Vindate. That's what Bhagavan. This is how each of us become from a samsari, bhogi, ajnani to a bhakta of Bhagavan. Now, you do reversely. If you don't see the Lord in anyone, then you will only see Shatrumitra. If you don't offer the karma phala to the Lord, then we become our own karta bhokta jiva. And if you don't follow our own swadharma, we do paradharma and we are punished and sent into the lower levels only. Reversely, we are doing our own dharma, we are offering everything to the Lord, and we are seeing Lord everywhere. In this way, when we give the training to our jada mana buddhi, which are innocent, whatever the training we give, they become like that. To such mind intellect of ours, in this way consciously, deliberately giving training is called as sadhana. The result of it is the strongly rooted devotion to the Lord we will see in our own self. Do we have it right now? If you close eyes and see, we have very vague devotion to Lord. In that also lot of doubts are there. Strength of devotion is not there. And we cannot claim that we are really a devotee, because a devotee should give but not take or ask. So far we are only receiver, taker only. We have not started giving him only. And what we should give him is not what we should do, what we think, what he wants. He wants our performance of Swadharma, and that should be offered. And he wants us to see him only everywhere. If these are truly done, result is the purity and joy of the mind. That will tell us कि मैंने ऐसा किया, इसलिए मैं इतना अंतःकरण शुद्ध हूँ, और ये कहने को करने को कहा भगवान ने, और उनके कृपा से किया मैं, ऐसा करके भक्ति बढ़ता है. So these are the sadhanas by which the bhakti should be made very strong from the roots. Mat bhaktim vindate drudham. है ना? Mat bhakti vindate drudham. Sarvabhute mad bhava mad bhakti vindate drudham. If the druda bhakti is not there, druda sharanagati will not be there. Without that, we cannot be protected by the Lord. When the Lord is not our protector, we will become victim of the outer maya, inner mind. Then we keep doing such things by which again and again, born and dying, between birth and death, different type of experience of sukha, dukkha, naraka, everything like we have now. Calculate from birth till now what happened in our life. Sukha, dukkha, bhaya, avesha, krodha, only these all have come. Why? Because the Maya overpowered us. Why? The Bhagwan's protection is not there. Why? We have not developed the strong devotion to the Lord. Why? We have not seen Him everywhere. Why? We have not offered our karma phala to Him. Why? We have never followed our dharma. Why? We never studied Shastra. गुरु शास्त्र से पढ़ने के अलावा बिना हमको क्या अपना स्वधर्म है नहीं पता चलता. When you don't know this, every nonsense thing we do and we say, this is what I wanted or I felt like doing and I am doing. In today's world, people are doing things because they are feeling it, they are liking it, they are thinking. All the three are wrong. First thing is, their thinking should be based on the Shastra. After conviction of Shastra's permission, that one you have to like, that one you have to feel and do that only. And then offer it to the God. So a scenery, a what do you call a dramatization, a play, role model play, something they call, no, they role play. It's like that. I'll give your own or my example. कोई आपका आप कैसे बताऊं मैं कि I am now person. I started a company. I employed people. Okay, they are working and good sales and all the profits are coming to me. So according to my nature, I am a, let us say, industrialist. वैश्य वृत्ति अपनी बात. तो एज ए वैश्य वृत्ति आई डीड माई स्वधर्म ऑफ दिस व्यापार और दिस इंडस्ट्री whatever. So I got all the labhas, is it not? No, I offered it to the Lord, and I also shared with all the employees who worked. And then, heart in heart, I am feeling it. Oh Lord, this company is yours. You are the one who have sent these wonderful employees who worked, and because of them only all this profit comes, and I am offering it to you. Then I am looking in each one of their eyes and seeing the presence of Bhagwan in them. When these are done, how will be my heart? Will I not have that deep devotion to Paramatma? This is how Nityam we have to practice. Every day I go to my factory or industry or shop. There I'll thank the Lord for giving me these gunas and giving me this opportunity. And I thank the Lord for giving all these workers. I thank Lord for all these productivity sales that are happening and whatever profits are coming. जिस दिन उस दिन ही calculate करके परमात्मा को पहले देना, then sharing with others, and then heart in heart, whether it's a class 4 employee, 3 2, जो भी है, भगवान only in that form. सर्वभूतेषु मद्भावम् it is. Then who will be there in your mind more and more? Lord only. हर दिन वो करना है. If you miss the element of Bhagwan in that, then you look at the employees and you compare them and एक अच्छा है, एक बुरा है, या एक बड़ा क्या बढ़िया कर रहा है, नहीं कर रहा है, then different differentiations we develop. And then you take them only separate from us, then we are Yajamana, they are the employee, always struggle is there. Then the fighting is there. And you meet every day with such a pain, such a hatred with each other. And you, the management, sit and talk very bad about the employees, and employees have their own union to discuss about the boss and their own atrocities. क्या नरक है? यही नरक है. मैं क्या स्वर्ग है? Every 2 months, 3 months, call all employees, बिठाओ उनको, भैया देखो, this was investment, these are the profits. So this is what I am sharing myself, because I am the main one, capital भी मेरा है, सब मेरा है, तो this is yours. Then these are some provident funds I am giving, some health things I am giving. Anytime when you do that, anytime any problem loss comes, then again you can bank upon them. इस तरह से जिंदगी. I'm just telling this outer vyavahara should lead to our bhakti, not take away the Lord from us and make us do wrong things and get caught up more and more. That is called ignorance. That is stupidity. And that has no background. Whether you are educated or uneducated, both can be like that if they are not conscious. पढ़े लिखे रहने के कारण कोई बंदा साधक बनता है, कोई गारंटी नहीं. ज्यादा पढ़ लिखा है तो ज्यादा वो वर्ल्ड ही बनता है. स्पिरिचुअल पढ़ाई जो करता है वही बंदे को इस सब विचार आते हैं. शास्त्र पहले से पढ़ना पड़ता है इसलिए. तो दिस श्लोका दैट वे हैज गिवन अस कंप्लीट गाइडेंस. इतिमाम यः स्वधर्मेण भजत नित्यम अनन्यभाग सर्वभूतेषु मद्भावः मद्भक्तिं लभते दृढ़ाम. Now next step is what in this sequence of sadhana, very beautiful. Hey Uddhava, I'll chant the sloka. Bhakti Uddhavanapainya Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Sarvotpatyapyam Brahma Karanam Upyati Saha. Hey Uddhava, listen, the thing is not completed. Abhi do तीन steps hai. What is that? Bhaktya Anapayinya. You know, Bhaktya Anapayinya Lakshmim Anapagaminim. Telugu people, we chanted that in Sri Suktam. Anapayini Bhakti. This is where we have to protect. Apaya means going away. Aya means gato. Apa means dur. Upa means nazdik. Aya means agato. Upaya matlab nazdik jana. Apaya matlab dur jana. So anapayini Bhakti means never going away Bhakti. How the Bhakti will never go? Only two things. You are doing regularly with same intention of devotion. If the regularity misses or it becomes mechanical, then the devotion goes away. So anapayini Bhakti. This is where we have to, in the beginning days, Bhakti will be beautiful. But when you keep on doing, that routineness may bring the mechanical way, that nature, the tendency. There you have to be careful. That is called real contribution. That is real sadhana. तो अब बढ़ता हुआ भक्ति और भी प्रेम से उपासनाएं वाला भक्ति हमारे अंदर आते रहना चाहिए. That's called anapayini bhakti. Means in the earlier shloka he said he will get a dhrudha bhakti, but still you can't take it for granted. Situations can be any time, any type can come to trouble us, test us. Therefore, next addition to the earlier one, mad bhaktim labate dhrudam is said now, vindate dhrudam. Added to that is that bhakti should be anapayini, should never go away. Bhaktya Uddhava Anapayinya. Then next one, when you do that, you with that devotion slowly become such a qualified person. You need not know the Lord himself in some or the other form comes into your life as a guru or somebody who creates that jignasa in you to know the Lord, to become nearer to the Lord, to see the Lord, to merge with the Lord. That type of thing comes inside. जिस भगवान के रोज स्मरण करते करते मैं उन्हीं के कृपा से सब मिल रहा है ऐसे मान रहा हूं, उनको क्या मैं देख सकता हूं, क्या मैं मिल सकता हूं? No, these are the jignasas will come. Is it not somebody is doing lot of work for you, but you have never seen? After few years or months, you will feel like that. Nah? Who is the one who is doing all these things? Please present that person in front of me. You know, daily office is neat and spick and span, everything clear है. तो that boss थोड़ा common sense है तो पूछेगा एक दिन कौन है इतना साफ सुथरा रख रहा है. So newly employed servant boss, you bring him, I want to see. He is brought. Then you appreciate him to take this extra money. I'm happy, please continue. This I use for servant, but same with the God. When we see the Lord is taking care of our life, a jignasa will come to see him. Then that leads to this 1.5 line sadhana. What is that? Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, Sarva Utpatti Apyayam, Brahma Karanam Ma Upayati Saha. It's a big shloka. To explain this, I have to tell you the entire Bhagavat again, or all Upanishads. With that Anapayini Bhakti, when he is continuing, in him the jignasa comes, then he goes to a guru, or a guru only comes in his life, then he then asks the guru, or guru himself finds this person's qualification and initiates into him the jignasa. किसी भी तरह से होता है. I may go to the guru, or I myself feel like that, or guru himself may come to my life. Like in Parikshit's case, he had jignasa in him. What is the best thing to be done before dying as a person of dying? Then in that question only, the Lord himself sent the Shukadevji to him. Then he accepted and all his jignasas are fulfilled there. And what happens with Anapayini Bhakti when you are on the path of spirituality of inquiry? Whether you go to the Guru or Guru comes, these things happen. Beautifully said. I'll only explain the Saramsha. Sarva Loka Maheshwaram, Sarva Utpatti Apyayam, Brahma Karanam Ma Upayati Saha. Saha, such person who have done his Swadharma, who offered all that to me, who have seen me only in everybody, thus who has got Dhrudata in Bhakti, then he continued the Bhakti, never allowed to go away, Anapayini. Such person, when in his life Jignasa comes or Guru comes, these things happen. What is the final thing happens? Ma upayati means he slowly reaches to me in his experience. The three experiences of us of the Lord is what? In the Saguna Sakara, Bhagavan ka pratyaksha ho sakta hai. And the same Lord can take us into his own loka, that's what Salokya Mukti. Or Ma upayati means we will experience that Lord in our own self as ourself and every. This is Vedanta Jnanam, that is in the Bhakti. That's called Ma Upayat. Ma means Mam. Ma mujhe. Upayat means paate hai. He will reach me. And who is me? They will reach me. These three. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, then Sarva Utpatti Apyayam, Brahma, Karanam. These are the four words which we are struggling every day to understand in Bhagavatam as well as our Upanishads. These are all Paramatma's Swarupa as well as his Shaktis as well as his involvement in the world. First thing is what is Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. This is the word he uses in 5th chapter, last loka. Bhoktaram Yagnatapasam Sarva Loka Maheshwaram Suhrudam Sarva Bhutanam Jnatva Mam Shanti Muchati. In Telugu. Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. No, this is a deep thought then. I'll not go very detailed, but I'll touch you will understand. There are some outer lokas, there are some inner lokas. For all the outer inner lokas, he is Maha Ishvara. He is a supreme ruler, controller, governor. And what are the outer lokas? The 14 lokas, which become one Brahmanda. Like that Ananta Koti Brahmanda, they are called as lokas. To all the lokas, he is the Maha Ishvara. Under him, all these Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, Narayana, Indra, Saptarishi, Prajapati, Manu, they all work. But he is Sarvaloka Maheshwara. Outside. Inside, the three lokas are the Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti. So these three lokas are the fields of experiences are possible. Is it not because of the conscious self in us? Therefore, who is the one without whom they cannot work? It is conscious self. Therefore, who is Maheshwara? He only. So knowing him like that itself is reaching him. Sarvaloka Maheshwara. Means slowly the intellect will open up, the understanding will come. In like my town, there is another town, like my state, another state, like my country, there is another country. My globe is there, like the other planets are there. My Brahmanda, like there so many Brahmandas are there. To all of them, there is Maheshwara. You start conceiving his presence. That Ishvara you cannot see, you only accept his presence and surrender. He is called as Saguna Nirakara Bhakti. Saguna is the manager of everything, but Nirakara, you won't see him. But fully believe. When you invoke him in the Rupa of Rama and Krishna, he comes as Sakara, he becomes Saguna Sakara. Saguna Nirakara. And Nirguna Sakara is Bhagavan Shivalinga Murti. Nirguna Nirakara is Parabrahma. So Nirguna Nirakara, Nirguna Sakara, Saguna Nirakara, Saguna Sakara. All the four. Nirguna Nirakara is Parabrahma. Nirguna Sakara is Shivalinga. Saguna Nirakara is Ishvara. Saguna Sakara is Rama and Krishna. Any of the lords. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram understood? Sarvaloka Maha Ishvara. Every of the loka, every Brahmanda is under his control finally. So too in me, the Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti, and in every avastha, so many experiences. And like this, how many times it came, they have come and gone? Every day we are in Jagrata Avastha and every day our experiences are different. Every day we dream and every day experiences are different. Every day we enter into sleep, the depth of the sleep, the quantity of sleep, the longevity of the sleep, they're all different. Kitne baar ho raha hai? Like that, how many jivas? In every body, in different yonis. In sabka wahi Maha Ishvara. And we are all tuned to Him, whether we know it or accept or not. But we should tune to Him deliberately with our own practice. That's called as bhakti. भक्ति से हम जब भगवान से जुड़ते हैं, फिर उनके तरफ से सब हमको मिल जाता है जो चाहिए. सर्वलोक Maheshwaram explained. Right now only intellect should open to understand. There is Maheshwara who is there, the Lord of all the loka. Indra loka, Mahendra loka, that all lokas, Kubera loka, Yaksha loka, Kinnara loka, Kimpurusha loka, then Deva loka, Patala loka, Naraka loka, Yama loka, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala, Talatala, Mahatala, Patala, Bhur, Bhuva, Swar, Maha, Jana, Tapa, यक्ष किन्नर किंपुरुष सिद्ध चारण गंधर्व, आप कितने भी लोगों की बात कहो. अधोलोक सप्तकम, ऊर्ध्वलोक सप्तकम become one Brahmanda, like the Ananta Koti Brahmandas are there. He is the Ishvara. So too within us, three avasthas of every jiva, Vyashti and Samishti. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, that should be enough for the day. This na pakad lo up. Second one is what? Sarva Utpatti Apyayam. The one from whom everything gets manifest, and because of whom everything sustains, and into whom everything goes. All ornaments are born in gold, stay in gold, dissolve into gold. All waves are born in water, stay in water, go into water or ocean. All pots come in mud, go back into mud. All plants, trees, all fruits, flowers come from the earth, go back to earth. You understand? Utpatti Apya means. In the same way, the ocean of self or consciousness, from where the waves of Brahmandas and bubbles of Jivas are born, staying and going back into Him. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, Sarva Utpatti Apyam. Knowing that Lord, accepting His presence is called as the next result of bhakti. And that one who is Sarvaloka Maheshwara, Sarva Utpatti Apya, in the Upanishad Bhasha is called as Brahma. Clear? And when you reach that Brahma, all the Srishti is not there, He alone is there. Before that, when you see the Srishti, this Brahma is said to be the Karana. And all that we are seeing in our Mandukya Upanishad, in what way the Bhagavan is the Karana of the Jagatu? One way is a Vivarta Upadana Nimitta Karana. He himself, without going through any modification, he himself is appearing at this world with his own power of Maya. That is how the Bhagavan is Karana of the Jagat from the Jagat standpoint. Janmadi asyataha anvayat itarata cha arteshu abhigna swarat. The Bhagavata starts with the Karya Karana Mimamsa. The Bhagavan is Karana, Jagat is Karya. This is only when you see the Jagat and not the God. With this Karya Karana, when you understand Bhagavan as Karana, then that Bhagavan's nature when you enter into, he is found to be Shuddha Satya and Chitananda. That Satchidananda is always Satchidananda only. There never becomes any modification or change. Therefore, he has never become the cause of the Jagat. Therefore, Jagat is never there at that standpoint. So that time he becomes Nirguna Brahma. Before that, the Karana Brahma. The Karana Brahma is called Shabala Brahma. Him we give the name as Ishvara. Ishvara is with Maya Shakti, Srushti Sthiti Karaka. Maya is three gunas, Rajoguna Srushti, Sattoguna Sthiti, Tamoguna Kalaya. This is how the Paramatma is doing. All these are prakriyas to answer and lift our minds from the world to the divinity. The purpose of all this discussion. None of these are ultimate truths. Ultimate truth is only Ekameva Adhyam Brahma is there, Neha Nana Asti Kinchana. At that level only there will be oneness of ours with Paramatma, which is a liberation from all limitation. The three limitations, that I am limited by Deshakala Vastu, the world is other than me, persecuting me, and the Lord is somewhere beyond, he is watching me and troubling me with Naraka Adi. Ye sara chala jayega us sthiti mein. But before that, to tune to him, we have to say he is the Karana, he is the Karana, he is the Karana. But morning Mandukyam, we are studying how beautifully it is being discussed nowadays. Through the Alata, Alate Spandamane Vai, Rujuvakradi Kabasaha, Alata Spandanat, then Grahana Grahakabasa, Vijnana Spandanat. Alate Spandana, those three things we are saying now. When the Alata is doing Spandana, then Rujuvakradi Abhasa are appearing. When the Alata is stopped, Rujuvakradi Abhasa stop. So when the Alata is Spandana doing, the Rujuvakra the Avasa neither came from Allah's Abhasa, Alata, nor came from somewhere else. When the Spandana stopped, these Abhasas never entered the Alata, never entered somewhere else. So they only therefore appeared. Then do you say therefore the Alata is Karana and Spandana is Karya or the Abhasa are Karya? No, because in that Abhasa there is no Dravyatva. Then how to explain it? Achintya. But Karyakarana Sambandha, why is it there? Because you are accepting. Today was that thought. Tomorrow it will be very strongly, clearly explained. Yavat hetu phalaveshaha, tavat hetu phalodbhavaha. Shine hetu phalaveshe, no hetu phala udbhava nasti. Today's sloka 54. Oh, that is where we have to reach. So now, because of so many years of listening, I am sure little we are all understanding about where do we stand in our minds, ignorance or knowledge about the truth through Shastra, and what is the next level. Final is Ekameva Advayam Brahma. That is our goal. That is absolute truth. Right now we see the world. In the world, while performing our own sadharma, offer everything to the Lord and feel the devotion inside. That devotion invokes jignasa. For fulfilling that jignasa, we go to the Guru. Guru teaches the Shastra. In the Shastra, the Karakana Sambandha between Jagat and Paramatma is told. By telling that Paramatma is the Karana, our attention is shifted to Him. When our attention shifts to Him, His nature is told to us. When that nature of Brahma is Satchidananda understood, that being one without second, it has no time, etc., to influence it. Therefore, it remains as it is, never changes. Therefore, in Him there is no Srishti. What is there is He alone. Maximum accepted is what? If the Srishti is there, it is His own expression. Sad Brahma Karyam Sakalam Sadeva Sanmatrametan Natatonnat Dasti Astitiyo Bhakti Natasya Moha Vinirgato Nidritavat Prajalpaha. The two levels of or two acceptances about Paramatma in the ultimate Vedanta are like this. There are no pots at all. What is there is only mud. This fact you can never deny. In every pot, what is there? Mud and mud and mud alone. Another way is what? There are pots, but not even a pot, an iota of pot is other than the mud. This first one is Karyakakara Gaudapada's final thing. He rejects all pots, only mud and mud. Shankara Bhagavan says every pot is there, but it is not even iota other than the mud. That's called Sad Brahma Karyam Sakalam Sadeva. At this level, all the bhaktas also feel the Bhagavan only permeating everywhere. But Adi Shankara Bhagavan accepts the world not in this way as bhaktas do. He accepts only that much Dvaita which helps for sadhana. So you are Shishya, the Guru is giving sadhana. That much Dvaita only accepts. Upadeshad ayam vadaha. Jnate Dvaitam na vidyate. Only for Upadesh. Yes, you are there in ignorant Jiva. Your Guru is there. He teaches sadhana. You must do sadhana. This much only the Dvaita accepted. In this sadhana, you reach Brahma. There is no Dvaita. You will not continuously, yeah, Jagat bhi hai, tumhare dharma bhi hai, upas. He to rejects all of them. They are at the LKG, UKG level. At the very utter ignorance level, through Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, you purify. After purification of your heart, which is freed from all raga, dvesha, desire for the world, pura vairagya ho gaya. You have only this much. Go to the Guru, listen from his Vedanta. In that Tattva is explained. You understand the Tattva and establish in it. After establishing in it, no need of Guru, no need of Satsanga, no need of Shastra. You are realized. But till that time, you have. This said yesterday, Tavat, Bhagavat mein, just to Visa yesterday. कि तावत् परिचरेत् भक्तः श्रद्धावान् अनसूयकः यावत् ब्रह्म विजयान्यात् मामेव गुरुमाद्रुतः. 39 slokas said here to us. If you study the sloka upar, literal meaning is, but when you go into the details, this much it is there. So bhaktya uddhava anapainya sarvaloka maheshwaram sarva utpatti appayam brahma, and last one is karanam. Ma means mam upayati, he will reach to me. So at that highest level, this person experience himself as Brahma Tattva, also has the answer for the Ishvara and the Jagat, and the Jagat or Ishvara ka sambandha. Nowhere he has doubt. That why Chidyante Sarva Samshaya. He knows the position of the Vyavaharika Jagat. He knows it is a Leela, it is Samishti Prarabdha, it is Veshti Prarabdha. He knows it is not truth also. He knows there are all these sadhanas. That is what a guru who is established Brahma Tattva, he has gone through all that. Therefore, that type of prescription he gives to disciple depending on what level they stay for the evolution only. But that guru who is in this stage, he knows he is Brahma, everything is Brahma. In the Brahma, all these man is projected, imagined. In the projected, imagined world, these jivas are there. He knows there are no jiva, but still they are there. So he guides them. See, there's no Brahma, no Jiva, only Parabrahma is there. Oh Guru, how can you guide them? He says, guiding me is not there. Who told you I am guiding? I'm not guiding. I'm in my Brahma Tattva only. But I am seeing, no, you are guiding. No, I'm not guiding only. If you talk relatively, talk relatively. Don't talk absolute. If you are an absolute, there's nothing. So that clarity Guru has. Guru, while teaching Brahma Upadesha to the Guru, to the disciple, where he is there as teacher, the text is there and the students are there. कितने द्वैत है कि नहीं उसमें, but he knows all these are part of play only. He knows none of them are absolute truths. It's a game going on. तो दैट विल गेट डिफरेंट विजन ऑफ ब्रह्मज्ञानी. वो तब वहां पहुंचेंगे, हम देखेंगे. यहाँ इतना काफी है हमको कि भक्त्या उद्धव अनपायिन्या सर्वलोक महेश्वरम सर्व उत्पत्त्यप्ययम कारण ब्रह्म कारणम मा उपयाति सहा. He will reach me. Now these three slokas. Iti, in this way, sadharma nirnikta sattvaha. Again, once more, it's kindness of Bhagavan, I tell you. We may be tired of listening, but he is not tired of guiding. That is called Bhagavan and Guru's Karuna, Krupa, Prema. Now these three slokas again finally touch. First, only one sloka, 46. Then 47, 48, he concludes. तुमने जो पूछा मैंने तुमको कह दिया. Oh, be happy, my dear Uddhava. Then in the next chapter again, Jnana Mahima he talks. Brahma Jnana Mahima, which was not given due importance in the earlier chapter because the focus on Varna, Ashrama, Dharma. While giving this Jnana and 10 slokas, Uddhav ji asks, आप और एक बार हमको ये ब्रह्म ज्ञान सिखाओ. Only 5 shloka Bhagavan Krishna teaches. Then Uddhava asks about the bhakti. In 8-10 slokas, Bhagavan so beautifully again teaches about bhakti. Then again Uddhava asks about Yamaniyamadi. In the entire chapter, Bhagavan teaches what are the Yamaniyama sadhanas of yoga. So this next 19th chapter is going to be the Saramsha of the yoga. Yamaniyama are told. Saramsha of the bhakti. Bhakti is told. Saramsha of the jnana. Jnana. So jnana marga, bhakti marga, yoga marga, all will be told in our next 19th chapter. So 19th chapter becomes synopsis of all shastras, all yogas and all sadhanas. That we will see after concluding these 3 shlokas tomorrow. Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Krishnachandra Bhagavan ki Jai. Sadgunath Maharaj ki Jai. Now you understand that this is what Purana Adhyayana. There is Purana Pathanam, only chanting. Purana Shravanam, that Guru, the Bhakta, gives main kathas only. And little bit he tries to give Bhakti or Vedanta. People start sleeping or getting away. Suddenly he stops Vedanta and he only takes again Katha. Purana Patnam, Purana Shravanam. What we are doing is Purana Adhyayana. Where the Pura api Nava Purusha Paramatma, his nature, he is obtaining in that part of Jnana Marga, the path of Karma Bhakti Marga. For that the preparation, all of them are taught. अब ये पढ़ने से आपको पता चल रहा है कि नहीं, कोई भगवत गीता या कोई उपनिषदों से कम नहीं है पुराण. In fact, all of that summarized is here. Put it one place. If Gita is all the Upanishad सारा, Upanishad and Vedanta and Bhagavad Gita का सारा एक जगह है तो भागवत में. Most sweetest. All Puranas have all these contents. But here it is very good. Detailed, exhaustive. No, why so many then all of them? So that you are tuned to them, you are regular in them, so that you are not entering into that zone of Maya where you are pulled down to be Jiva and Samsari. नहीं तो बह जाओगे अर्थ काम में. जीवन का लक्ष्य धर्म मोक्ष, धर्म मार्ग मोक्ष लक्ष्य, not artha marg and kama lakshya. We all do that. The money is the means, bhoga is the end. No, dharma is the means, moksha is the end. That is how we have to be convinced. मैं बताऊंगा आपको, शास्त्र बताएंगे, सैकड़ों गुरु आपको बताएंगे, बट कन्विक्शन जिसको पाना है उसको ही पाना है. I cannot bring that conviction into you. I can talk convincingly. But you have to get that conviction. Ki my life is not for Artha Kama, but it's for Dharma Moksha. Dharma is taught, Varnashram Dharma. Moksha also is taught, knowing the Lord. No, let me be on that path. So set right your own life schedule and walk in that. You can see you are evolving. Those whom you do namaskar as Guru or Mahatmas, they have evolved like this. Earlier they were like us only. We also, when we go through all those process, we also reach one day. And what is that position? Freedom, liberation, bliss, happiness. No samsara, no dukkha, no struggle, no running here and there, no coming and going, no bandhana, no prarabdhadi, all that gone. A fully healthy person discharged with all readings normal. BP normal, sugar normal, all your triglycerides normal, the other vitals, all of them normal, 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 normal. How beautiful it is, the report. है ना? You just enjoy, say thank you doctor. He says yeah, इतने मेहनत करके तुम्हारा सब कुछ नॉर्मल लाया, दे दे पैसे मेरे को. वो पैसे दे के सब नॉर्मल हो जाते हैं बिल देख कर. आजकल. So too in our life, all these tests which we are going through to prove our own diseases, they all will be proved as negative, negative, negative. That much positive you become, that everything is negative. What are the negative? The negatives are negative. There's no samsara. Okay, Sarvam Krishna Arpanam. Thanks. शास्त्र श्रवण करें बाबा हम सब. थैंक यू. अभी तुलसी वाल्मीकि रामायण में आ जाओ. आज हनुमान जी हिमालयों में जाकर पर्वत लाते हैं.